Many world-famous people were born in Georgia. One of them is Mitrofan Varlamovich Lagidze. The young pharmacy shop worker managed to create a world brand, and his drinks were admired by Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill, and American presidents Franklin Roosevelt and Harry Truman. Mitrofan began to work at the age of 14. He helped a pharmacist. In addition to the pharmacy shop, his boss was engaged in the production of drinks. He bought foreign essences and, based on them, made cooling syrups. It was there that the boy got acquainted with this kind of activity for the first time. In 1887, in Kutaisi, he decided to start making lemonades and selling them himself. He calls his enterprise Mitrofan Lagidze. He uses local fruits as raw materials and makes syrups from them. Little boys ran through the streets of Kutaisi and shouted that anyone who drinks Lagidze water will always be beautiful. The product sold out instantly, and the popularity of the drinks grew. Then Lagidze thought about expanding his production. In 1900, he opened the first small factory. Everyone loved Lagidze's waters, and in 1906, the production was expanded, and it was decided to build a whole factory. The drinks were taken to the emperor, and the Shah of Iran was simply delighted. Merchants came and bought goods in batches. In 1913, Mitrofan Lagidze became world famous. At the exhibition in Vienna, he received a gold medal. He managed to repeat his achievement, proving not accidental victory the next year in St. Petersburg. In the 30s, envious people started to start rumors that Mitrofan Lagidze was hiding the recipes of his lemonades. Then the already world-famous businessman innovator was summoned directly to Lavrenti Beria's office. The People's Commissar said that Lagidze was hiding some secret and many denunciations were being written against him. He laughed and said that he could make lemonade right there. The next meeting was attended personally by Joseph Stalin, and Lagidze made the drink in front of him. There is no secret, Stalin shrugged his shoulders. After the meeting, additional funds were allocated to Lagidze's plant. It was the first plant in Georgia to use carbon dioxide production technology, and the equipment was the newest they could find in the USSR. But the secret of Lagidze's waters was not in the newest technologies. The entrepreneur had a gift. He could taste a drink and instantly determine what ingredient was missing and what needed to be added or removed. He had all the recipes on his tongue, his entourage said. People recalled how Lagidze would lock himself in his lab and sit over test tubes for weeks, making a new recipe. Only he could enter his secret room, and the doors were locked. In Soviet times, the drinks enjoyed unprecedented popularity. It is said that it was Lagidze's waters that were on the tables of the Yalta Conference after the war. Franklin Roosevelt liked this drink so much that he decided to take more than 2,000 bottles with him to the White House. Winston Churchill also mentioned in his memoirs that during the Tehran Conference in 1943, Stalin offered him to taste Lagidze water. The carbonated drink was also very much liked by the British leader. Franklin Roosevelt was not the only one who tasted the drink of the famous Georgian innovator. In 1952, the White House decided to make a gift to Stalin. A special flight delivered 1,000 bottles of Coca-Cola to the Soviet capital. Jensen gathered the highest ranks of the state and offered them to try the American soft drink. Many liked it, and Stalin's ego was hurt. He decided to turn to Lagidze and dignified response to the Americans. Lemonade Maestro was immediately summoned to Moscow. For him sent a whole train with the best doctors. The man was already 83 years old. It was difficult for him to move independently, but he coped with the last mission of his life. Lagidze already had more than 100 recipes, but they decided to concentrate on the classic lemonade. The drink was tried by more than 120 professionals of the sphere, after which the bottles were packed with corks and sent to the President of the USA. The USSR ambassador to the US later told that Harry Truman was impressed. Lemonade from Lagidze seemed so amazing to him that he even for a while wanted to establish a supply of carbonated water in the United States, but Stalin died, and the idea was abandoned.